So I just got done watching Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, more specifically episodes 3 and 4, as it's centered on Drake Bell, who has just come out and dropped a bombshell about something that happened in his childhood/teenage years, and I've got a lot to say. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. Now this is going to be a bit of a controversial subject to talk about, but I want to weigh in on my thoughts because for anyone who does not know, since being a teenager, like a kid going into teenage years, I absolutely loved Drake and Josh, right? And I absolutely loved Drake Bell's music, his albums. I supported the lot, right? So I really admired the guy at the time, and I was in a position where I thought, wow, his music was great. I wish that he came to the UK to see him live. I would support movies that he would be in. The lot. I was a big fan of this guy. Now, as years have gone by, I'm not going to flat out sit here saying, oh, I detest the guy or I would never support him again, because that is just not fact, right? But this TV show documentary I've just watched, the Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, this was interesting because there was a guy called Brian Peck who was previously arrested of kind of child abuse, right? And kind of in that nature, let's just say that. And for all this time, the child who had involved was silent. No one knew who it was, simply went by John Doe, and we've now found out that it is Drake Bell, as he has opened up on this documentary to tell his side of the story and tell basically events of what happened at the time. Now, to give you a little bit of brief of what is actually said and what he actually discusses as well, he talks about his kind of childhood, how he got into acting, and then into the later stages about going on to the Amanda Show, first meeting Brian Peck, and how it kind of just manifested from there. And basically, all I can say is, Brian Peck, you are an absolute arsehole. Seriously, I do not condone this at all. I don't condone any of that whatsoever, but especially when it happens to someone who is a child. That is flat out sickening. Who in their right mind thinks that this is acceptable, this is okay, and this is something that should be done? No, flat out no. What I was also horrified to hear is when this eventually went to court and Drake appeared alongside with his family and Brian appeared alongside a lot of other support, including some celebrities that were there. There was like over 40 letters of support from him, from some celebrities, including James Marsden. And I was like, wow, James Marsden supported this guy? Wow, I was truly shocked. And then to add on top of that, one other revelation that I found out, which I was also very shocked, is there's been a lot in the media about Dan Schneider, right, who made like Drake and Josh and a lot of the big Nickelodeon TV series back in the day. He actually supported Drake Bell, and I was like, wow, no one says anything nice about this guy, but actually Drake has. He said that he was basically the only person there to support him when going through all of this, and I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, wow, I can't give the guy credit, and I dislike Dan Schneider as it is, but he was there to support him, and I will always thank him for creating Drake and Josh, because that was one of my favourite TV shows as a teenager, and heck, I still love it to this day. But this documentary it's a bit of a tough one to watch for sure. It's definitely a sensitive one, but also I feel as if it is a one where people's going to have mixed reactions to it, right? So don't get me wrong, I feel completely sorry for Drake Bell. It's really awful what he had to experience at 15 years old. He couldn't tell anyone. This went on for months, and this is just in. And of course, it's going to affect him going into an adult. Not by any means saying I condone him for what he did as an adult, because I absolutely don't. He's made those decisions, and it's tough because there's definitely parts of this documentary I rooted for him in terms of I was upset for him, I was shocked, I was baffled, and I was just devastated to hear what had happened to him. And then, of course, as an adult, what he's done in the later half, it makes it hard to kind of balance that side out with what happened on this side of the fence. I'm not going to go into that here, but it's just a very tough watch to even hear that one of your kind of like childhood heroes, or like someone who you really liked as a kid, teenager, who I got into his music, I got into his movies, I really supported him. To have heard that he went through something like this, it's just truly devastating. It really, really is. And this documentary is really paced great. I think it's very riveting to find out what happened. Not in a good way, but riveting in terms of like, it's going to pique your curiosity. It's going to have people talking. And I definitely think those conversations need to be had. And I can say I'm glad I watched this, right? I heard his side of the story. It's cool to hear that he's now made up with his dad, with what happened in the events of all of this, and that family bond can be reunited, especially after the traumatic events that what has happened in the past. And it's just, it's truly baffling, guys. It really, really is. I would definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. The first 2 episodes are on 2 different subjects, but Drake Bell's episode is episode 3, and he's pretty much in about half of episode 4, and then the other half is a bit more about Dan Schneider and stuff like that. But all I'm going to say is I'm going to call out the TV studios here, especially as this guy, Brian Pex, was registered as a sex offender, and then Disney went on to hire him, and I was like, whoa, Disney? Like, what the heck are you doing? It was crazy. It really, really was. And this is definitely a topic that could be brought about a lot of discussion. So if you guys want to see a full in-depth discussion video, I will talk about that here on the channel. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this video. Have you seen this documentary? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Big thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to really support the channel. Really, really does mean a lot. And if you want to join, click the link down below in the description box today. And also check out this content over here if you've missed it already or you haven't seen these videos to check out more. And until next time, I'll see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.